Episode 331. During her stay here in Namai, Komoi has grown addicted to persimmons. So addicted that she's becoming one with them. She's becoming a persimmon herself. Let's try to wrap up here in Namai before she becomes a persimmon for real. And I guess to wrap up, we're gonna have to do all of these blue quests, which includes the 8 current quests, as well as I suppose the Mazu quests that lead into their society stuff, but not actually do their society stuff. Whatever this other thing was this wolf thing, I don't remember what it was exactly. Let's do the 8 current quest first though. Oh yeah, and we'll also have to do the job quest, like all the things that we can do up until we can't do it any further, I guess. Starting with whacking day. Whack slow, then fast. Okay. Bit bold of you to ask us that right out of the gate. Could I ask you to help with a problem of mine? It concerns some water serpents that have recently infested the one river. I think I read this last time, but didn't actually accept it, so we'll read it again, I guess. They used to only be found further to the west, but for one reason or another, some have found their way closer to Namai. For weeks now, though it's still sore, like a lingering cough or whatever, even though I don't feel sick. If prepared properly, they are quite delectable. However, there are far more in the river than one could ever hope to cook. Know their numbers must be controlled by other means. Please say a few of them for me, enough to stop them from taking the whole river for their own. Oh, and should you happen to get your hands on a few of their livers, please deliver them to my husband, Sente. You'll find him in the Drunken Toad to the east. I'm gonna have to pause in the middle of every sentence now and again just to cough or something. Or hopefully I can just do it whenever I'm doing travel time like this, and I don't have to talk. I'm sure that I'll be fine. You can't have it worse than me, who has to cough once every 30 minutes or something like that. Well, 30 minutes is pretty generous. That one seems fine too. The more I talk, the faster I have to cough, and I guess depending on the time of day, it gets better or worse. Don't really know what factors influence it. Maybe like fresh air is part of it. Okay. Here we go. That was pretty much the rotation I want, I think. Well, other than getting true north in there, I'm not sure how I would want to do that, like properly. And if we do true north correctly, we can get like 2 uses of it. Yeah, like that. Two uses of positionals before it runs out. Nope, that wasn't it. I want to do stun, then the positional. Minor optimization or whatever. And then our rotation goes back to this. We don't have true north for that, and then that. And just like that, we don't want to let our rotations drift or whatever. This drifted because we killed the guy too fast, but whatever. This is what drifted. I say this like I know that I'm looking at that in the future when I'm watching this episode in the future. I'm sure I'll know what I'm talking about in the future, but I guess depending on how long in the future I watch this in, I might even forget entirely how to play ninja. No, I thought... Where is this guy? All the way over there. I thought the Drunken Toad was like over here or something. I seem to recall some kind of quest being here. Maybe it's like the other quest chain will do? Or it could even be like patch quest stuff. I remember like a whole quest chain involving something in this area. This whole ridge. And like some guys. Don't remember who. I guess this is a one-off quest then, not a quest chain. The rest of what we're doing this episode, and hopefully what we can complete in this episode, is going to be all like quest chain stuff. If we can do it all in one episode, that'd be great if we could wrap up here. Including the job quests, and then we can just move on at the very start of the next episode to the main quest with the Azim Step. Over or that away. Oh. That would be the ideal case. Things so rarely work out ideally, but they do sometimes just work out. I've done enough of these episodes to at least remember some cases where things just work out nicely. But sometimes I have to force it, to just end on the hour or whatever. And sometimes, most of the time, I don't even do that. Here's your livers. Do you have business with me, traveler? Just show them in his face without explaining. What water serpent livers? But why did you think to bring these to me? I don't know. We just thought you looked like you could use some livers. No, your wife told us. No, my wife put you up to it, did she? My sincerest thanks. I shall boil these and eat them shortly. Back in the days when I made my living transporting rice up and down the river, I used to slay any water serpents I saw and take them home to cook. Really? You were like a level 70 farmer or something that could take on those guys? That's always something that I have to question. Can the levels actually be translated to how tough they are, like, compared to us and compared to the people that actually like deal with it on a regular basis? The usual answer is going to be probably no, right? Like the levels are just a game abstraction and you have to just take some liberties with how people are able to handle things on their end and how you, the Warrior of Light, do the same. It doesn't really matter. Where was I? Of course, that all stopped once the Empire blocked off the One River. It is thanks to you, or thanks to nature and kind strangers like you, that I'm able to put food on my table these days. Thank you so much. Oh no. It is a quest chain. This is like... Okay, depending on how this guy responds when we accept this, he'll either like come at us in recognition for the quest we just did, or we'll get some kind of line from him saying, "Ho there, traveler," like he's never seen us before. If it's the latter, then it's not a quest chain, and this is just like a separate quest from this guy that was always here. But if he does recognize us, and it is a quest chain, then per my own rules, I have to do all of the quests within a quest chain related to an Aether Current quest. Just because those are the quests that I think the game kind of wants to highlight, I guess. The quest chains. So let's see. Okay. It's you there, traveler. Unless... Well, hang on. Now I have to look it up, because... Even though I said what I just said, it feels like he could just say this even though he recognizes us or something. Let's see. What's this quest called? Oh, I have to actually accept it. Or, here we go. Yeah, not safe for children. Quickly abandon it. We're gonna look this up on my phone real quick. Episode's going swimmingly. I should have looked this all up before I started the episode, like I said I would. Not safe for children. Final Fantasy. Okay, so... The previous quest was indeed Whacking Day, so yeah, this is a quest chain. So yeah, you there, traveler, is just his way of recognizing you, because he doesn't actually recognize your name. Okay, here we go, quest chain. You there, traveler, if you have the time, I would appreciate your help. I was rooting around the other day and came across these iron leg traps. I would love to make use of them and go hunting, but I know it would only aggravate an old injury of mine. Would you mind setting them up on my behalf? I have marked locations where I want them placed on this map. Make sure you do not accidentally trap your own leg when you are setting them. Okay. So it turns out this was a quest chain. Last episode I was like choosing between all of the blue quests to find the one that wasn't a quest chain. And I think I chose right, because this one was one, and the one I did in the last episode, at the end of the last episode, was just a one-off mission. Good decision making on my part, I guess. Unless the quest last episode was a quest chain and the next quest in the chain was just like on a different NPC or something. Which they sometimes do, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't that. I feel like I've done a quest like this in A Realm Reborn, even as Komori, like on camera. Way over in near Ul'dah, that one town just outside of it. I think it was actually like removing bear traps or something like that, and now we're doing the opposite, putting them down. All the way on the opposite side of the world. That was just a random side quest that I did for, well, for side quest's sake, I think in the episode, if I remember correctly. I'm interested in doing side quests just for side quest's sake. But usually I have better things to do, so I would only do them if I have to fit them into, the end of an episode or something like that. Or make the episode, fill out the hour by doing a really quick side quest. Speaking of, this one was really quick. I take it you are finished, my thanks. In the old days, I used to be quite handy with an axe. I could hunt all kinds of wild beasts without relying on silly traps. I even did my part in resisting the Empire when they invaded. However, a shot to my leg put an end to the— oh. Is this— no. It couldn't be. I mean, this was after Skyrim. Maybe it was. Yeah. Maybe like the localizers did this as a joke. Or even like the original writers, I doubt that. Every now and then, the pain will flare up, and I am paralyzed until it abates. Do not worry, I will check the traps once I am able. Here, take this for helping me. Alright, more traps. Gone fishing. Or more quests, rather. Hello again, kind traveler. If you are up to it, there is something else I would like to ask of you. I need the firewood you see behind me delivered to my wife, Kohagi, in Namai. I also need you to check if the trap I placed in the nearby stream caught any fish. If it did, pray take the spoils to Kohagi as well. That's the same. Okay. Firewood. Oh, from the high shelf? You can make it, Komori. With some clever platforming you can make it, I'm sure. Go. Oh right, we can fly now. We didn't have to jump up here. I just wanted to. Actually, yeah, unlocking flying will make this go by a lot faster. And actually, it's weird that we have flying. I talked about this last time. Because we can just like go to this area where we shouldn't be able to go now. Wait, can we? Oh no, we can't, because the wall is too high. That's why they let you unlock flying before you get to the northern area. I mean, we'll still have flying when we get to the northern area, so it'll be weird like flying around when we should be walking and getting the landscape shots or whatever on ground. But I guess we'll just walk around when we get there normally. Well, we can fly around here now, so let's see this area, the Plum Spring. I remember this area for my main character was like a place you could only explore while flying, or by unlocking flying. Or wait, was there a different way in? Like through swimming? Because I know there was... Okay, no, there was no swimming entrance, it seems. Yeah, it's too shallow. So this was like a flying only area. And there might be like fish here or something. I just remember it as a weird, secluded area, maybe even picturesque, that you can only find by flying. And here's our aerial shot of the war-torn battlefield. It'd be a better aerial shot if it wasn't all foggy. I'm great. I'm great at picking times to record these episodes. Well, my timing for recording episodes may be bad, but the efficiency with which we can do these episodes is now skyrocketing with our flying ability. Ah, drowning. Oh, we got the trout, I guess. Here you go, Kanagi. Or Kohagi. Oh, hello there. Have we met before? You forgot? I can't believe it. After all that work we did for you, the one quest, the whacking off, whacking so then hard. Did we do that? Wait, why was that quest called that? What did we even do? We took care of some fish and got their livers. What'd that have to do with whacking? Ah, my husband asked you to bring me these. Thank you for your kindness. I shall exchange the firewood and trout for rice. Our family does not own a paddy, so we put rice on our table by trading with those in Namai who do. We must be thankful for the spring water that flows from the heart of the Gensui chain. Without the life it sustains, we would have nothing to trade, and no way of feeding ourselves. Okay. This area's water comes from the Heron's Flight. Truly I have not seen a cleaner waterfall in my life. I am ever thankful as it nurtures the fish my husband and I use to trade for rice. So yeah, that quest chain wasn't too exciting, but it was just, I guess, giving us a taste of what it's like to be a villager in this village. I mean, all of these quests do, but this one in particular, I guess we got to see like an old farmer that used to be a veteran or something, and just like the slice of life, how they make their way here in the village. That kind of thing. These other feature quests are going to be more involved, I guess, with characters and other interesting things going on. We'll get to explore this stuff when we do the Namazu stuff. Let's do the dog one first. I'm not sure how far this is going to take us from the quest, or from the village, rather. And also, I don't really know why this one's a blue feature quest. Because it's not a society quest. Guess we'll find out. I don't think it's a society quest. No, this isn't a society. I do not recall having seen you before. Would you happen to be a traveler? If so, may I request some of your time? Have you heard of the Lupin? They are a race that appears to be half man, half wolf, and are known for their skill in combat. They have long served the king of Doma. However, when Doma fell to the Empire, many of them were conscribed into the Imperial Army. Those who refused were forced to live out their lives as bandits. So yeah, we saw them, the conscribed wolfmen, attacking Ralgari's Reach. That was like our first introduction to them, I guess. And we saw the other bandits just like in other side stuff, I suppose. Or main stuff, wherever. There is one family of Lupin that have called Namai their home for many a generation. They have acted as the villagers' protectors on countless occasions. We could not have survived without their aid. Their current oldest son has been the family's backbone up until he too was forced to enlist. Only the mother and her younger son remain now. Mother, you say? I want to see this Lupin mother. I'm interested. The whole village expected their youngest to pick up where his brother left off. Sadly, he turned out to be one of the weakest Lupin I've ever seen. Wow. Bold of you to say that about a scary wolfman. He has been unable to help the village in any way, much less protect it. The ferocious appetite his kind possess was looked upon kindly back when they kept the village safe. But people are not so understanding when the Lupin give nothing in return. A bigger mouse to feed, I guess. Or like a bigger stomach to feed. Even so, considering he spends most of his time looking after his sickly mother, I do not believe he is deserving of the village's ire. Assuming you are not just passing through, we're not. We're waiting on Yugiri to feel better after her recent injury before we continue the main story, and she'll feel better when we're done doing side quests. That's how the timing will work out. Because I said so. Would you be willing to help the young Lupin? My thanks. The boy I would have you help is named Kurobana. Kurobana, black... I don't know. He lives up on the hill to the west. Black flower? Kurobana? No wait, black nose. Like a dog. Kurobana. Maybe. Oh, this is the one under the, precariously under the rock that seemed like it could fall at any point. Do you have business with me? I hear you're cowardly. Ah, the old man put you up to this. He certainly enjoys meddling in the affairs of others. It is as he says, I'm not much of a fighter. My butt is as soft as a Moogle's. How cute. He's just so cute looking. Gosh. If only we could play as this race. Of course, I would love to protect the village just like my brother, but there's a reason he was conscribed and not I. The only thing I am good at is gathering herbs for my mother. I spend the rest of my time trying not to get in the way of the other villagers. At any rate, if you have no further business with me, I must head off to grind some herbs to make mother's medicine. Do we get to meet your mother? I still want to meet even though the model is probably the same, I want to meet a female Lupin. Kurobana could do with a confidence boost. Try to rally his spirits. Okay, we'll do that eventually. First we'll do it the Komori way. Give him a poke. In the butt. You again? If you have nothing to say to me, please leave me to tend to mother, and stop poking my butt. Okay, we'll rally him. I have no idea why you are so interested in me and my butt, but fine. I shall do battle with one of the nearby beasts, if that will satisfy you. Wait, this quest? I think this quest, actually now that I'm thinking about it, I remember that area off to the side, the ridge that I was talking about. This might be this quest line. The way he was talking about like gathering herbs or something, that just kind of sounded familiar, but I don't know, I guess we'll find out. That is not to say I will prove Fukudo wrong. I'm merely doing this to show that you have not expected aught of me, or you should not have expected aught of me. Is he going in the direction I think he is? Kind of. Only time will tell. Ah, the weather's changing? Or no, it's just the sunlight. Or did the weather change? It changes at this hour. Okay, it cleared up. Oh, this might be the quest. Oh, he got his ass kicked. Like he said he would. Well, you proved us wrong. Never really noticed the dream within a dream animation. It's pretty snazzy. In fact, I have to see what this animation is. Never really paid attention to it after we unlocked it. Thank you for intervening. I do hope you have seen enough now to accept that Fukudo was right. I am not and never will be a warrior. Hakuro is my brother in name only. Hakuro... White... Black? No. Hakuro? Wait. No, I'm not sure. I'll think about it. Now please, leave me be. Tell Fukudo that you helped me and that you helped me, and I once again proved to be hopeless. Okay, well tell him you're hopeless. Hakuro. Black, feather black? It's like the wrong way around, but probably not. I can't see how it'd be like feathers for a wolf. Hakuro. Haku is also white, but Ro? Well, it could just be Ro being like the last part of a name, like I don't know, what's a good example? Like Jiro? A lot of names end in Jiro, for example, but Ro is like one way to end a name. So Haku, yeah, white, and then, I don't know, maybe something like that. I don't know. I caught a glimpse of Kurobana heading off somewhere with a spear a while ago. Tell me, how did he fare? Got his ass kicked, like he said he would. Hopeless as ever, you say? Hakuro is such a fine warrior. I cannot believe Kurobana does not possess the same potential. There must be some way we can help him, surely. Have him try something besides fighting. Nothing comes to mind. Yeah, Komo is just about ready to give up. Yes, this is quite a predicament. Wait, there is no reason to force him to fight if he cannot. Let us have him try his hand at something else. It seems my mind has grown slow in my old age. Not all Lupin are born fighters. Let us find Kurobana and see if there is not something else he is skilled at. I apologize for stopping you on my journey, or on your journey, but if you have the time to help, please let me know. Okay, but only because your quest is blue. I see you have chosen to stay and help. You have my thanks. I believe Kurobana may best be suited to work that involves heavy lifting. As you are doubtless aware, this village's economy is entirely supported by rice farming, and persimmons apparently. All harvested rice is stuffed into straw bags and carried to a nearby storehouse. While Kurobana may not be a fighter, he is still a Lupin, and as such possesses strengths greater than most men. I imagine he could put this to use by transporting rice. I will inform the storehouse manager, Shirojishi, of this situation. Could you discuss this with Kurobana for me? I'm sure your word will carry more weight with him than mine would. Okay. Gotta pause and cough again, or mute and cough. I see you again, or I see you have not yet left Namai. I hope you have not come to ask me to fight again. He wants you to carry heavy objects. Fukudo wants me to try carrying rice. There he goes again meddling in the affairs of others. That said, if it will help the village, then I can hardly refuse. I shall go and talk to Shiojishi. I'm not sure if we're on track to finish all these quests. No, definitely not. Not including the job quest. It seems Fukudo has already talked to Shiojishi. Honestly, once he has a plan, he wastes no time in putting it into action. Kurobana, good to see you. My thanks for your help as well, adventurer. Fukudo has already told me all I need to know. Let us start by having you carry this sack right here. It is a bit on the heavy side, but do you think you can handle it? Do not worry, Shiojishi. I may not be much of a warrior, but I'm confident in my strengths. Lift that rice. Oof. Whatever you do, do not drop it. Kurobana strides off towards the village storehouse with a spring in his step. I do hope he is up to the task. I have seen many a man struggle to complete their first journey to the storehouse. Pray do me a favor. If he struggles along the way, give him some encouragement on my behalf. It may seem like a test of strengths, but carrying rice is ultimately a mental battle. What, you gotta do math? Maybe you have to do geometry. Figure out like the proper angles to step down the hill or something while carrying rice. I mean, we don't have to. We can fly. Okay. You did the wrong angle, Kurobana. I did not expect the rice would be quite so heavy. Psych up, Kurobana. Oh, we have that one on the hotbar. Thank you. I really wonder if there is no better way rice could be transported. I've had to check multiple times that it was straw, or that it was straw and not a knife I was cutting into my shoulder. But thanks to your encouragement, I think I may just be able to make it to the storehouse. Carry that rice. Oof. Summoning the last of his strength, Kurobana once again sets off in the direction of the village storehouse. you have to make that trip 20 times a day. I had heard from Shiojishi that Kurobana was going to try his hand at this, but I never expected him to succeed. It took every fiber of my being, but I did it. Who knew that this would be such tiring work? Good work, Kurobana. As you have noticed, transporting rice is not quite as easy as it looks, but given time, I am sure you too will become quite good at it. Now you have had ample time to rest. Make another 3 trips to and from the storehouse, and your work will be done for the day. Okay, that's 4 times. 3 trips? I thought that was it. Sorry, I do not think I am suited to this after all. And off he goes. If that is how he responds to the slightest hardship, then I do not think we will have any use of him. Any use for him. Pray tell Fukudo as much. You tell him. I don't want to go all the way back there. You make the trip so much times a day, you'll do it in no time. I mean, we can fly, but still. Oh, he wants us to go here. Okay. How could anyone carry so much rice in one day? Ah, Komoi. I just caught Kurobana trying to abandon his duties. It seems he was able to carry 1 sack of rice, but jerked from the idea of carrying 3 more. Admittedly, he is not wrong to think it grueling work. I too struggled to carry even my first load of rice. However, if you continue like this, the whole village will think you a weak-willed coward. I'm sorry, Fukudo. You have my word that I will not give up like this again. Perhaps next time we should have you try a job that does not require great strengths. The job search continues. It's tough for everyone out there. At least you don't need a resume. I will not fail this time. I cannot. I have come to the conclusion that Kurobana might be best suited to plucking weeds from the paddy fields. Our village name is actually a local term for the arrowhead, yes, so I've heard, twice already. An aquatic plant that infests paddy fields, if not kept under control. This is precisely why removing weeds is such an important part of rice farming. I do hope you are up to this task, Kurobana. If you fail this time, do not expect to have another chance to prove yourself. I trust you understand the importance of this task. Do not worry, Fukudo. Weed plucking actually sounds quite nice. I have always enjoyed little odd jobs like that. I recall Hayabusa mentioning he was looking for help tending to his paddy fields. Ask if he will allow you to remove the fields from his paddies. Komoi, please accompany him and make sure that he does as I have asked. And over here. Imagine how much longer this would have taken if I didn't have flying. I have always enjoyed little odd jobs like plucking weeds. Now, you must be the adventurer I've heard so much about, and Kurobana, nice to see you as well. Is there something you would ask of me? We want to pluck weeds. How kind of you to offer. You can never be too careful with those pesky arrowheads. Be sure to take care not to trample any of the rice plants when you are removing the weeds. Why don't you help Kurobana with the work, adventurer? Not many travelers have the chance to experience a core part of the life in Namai. We already did this, as part of a different Aether Current quest. But yeah, we'll do it again. It's apparently the only thing you guys do here. Oh wait, I guess we've, yeah, it must have been like part of the main quest or something, since we have the option to say we've done this before. You grass the wheat stem before pulling, right? Let's do this one. It seems this one's more knowledgeable. I like how this one's a bit more overconfident. This is truly not your first time. Very impressive. Well, what was that? Oh, that was a chocobo. Well, there is nothing more for me to tell you both. Please work the paddies on top of this hill for me. How does this work with the bridge? How does the water go from... Oh, I see. You remove this and the water goes down. Got it. I was wondering how removing this right here would make the water go up without some other tools, but no. Where is Hakuro? Or rather, Kurobana? I want to get his flavor text before we do this. This one's taking a while. Taking more than the other one, I think. They sometimes vary the cast bar like that to make you feel like some things are taking more than the others. Little bit of spice, I guess. I think this may be the job for me, Komori. Just watch, these patties will be free of weeds by the time I'm done. We shall see. That one was fast. An easy weed. No, not him. You finished already? Freshly plucked. Fine work indeed. I see you made sure to remove the entire weed, including its roots. I also had Hayabusa check my work, and it seems like I have finally found a job I can do. Really, no problems this time. Good for you. However, something did bother me a bit while I was working. It could be my imagination, but do these patties not smell a little odd? Odd? Is your nose quite alright? I tend to these fields daily, and I've never smelled anything strange. Honestly, I cannot fathom how you think it is acceptable to criticize my patties when I've allowed you to work them. Do you make fun of people's children when you are a guest in their homes? Or are you merely moaning because you had to engage in hard labor? Frankly, it matters not. Be gone with you. I mean, they do smell, your patties. I guess we didn't say it ourselves. I'm sorry, I did not mean it as an insult. Thank you for all you have taught me, Hayabusa. I will leave you at once. Come along, Komori. Let us go speak with Fukudo. An interesting little foible in the quest line. He didn't actually do anything wrong, it was just like a slip of the tongue or something. I have never smelled anything remotely strange in all my years tending these patties. Yeah? Well, you smell. For being rude. To our dear friend Kurobana. I was not trying to insult Hayabusa. Well, you should have. You should have told him he smelled. They did smell differently to other patty fields. Tell me, have we at last found the right job for you? Well, yes and no. This guy smells. So you are telling me that whilst the job went well, you managed to accidentally offend Hayabusa with a careless remark. Would you care to explain why you could not just keep quiet? He just smelled that bad. Someone had to say something. Take a shower. It was not my intention to upset him. I was simply surprised by the smell of the paddy fields. Never mind. Hayabusa is a reasonable gentleman. I'm sure he only reacted how he did because of how much effort he puts into his work. I will go and speak with him myself. Hayabusa is a reasonable man. Nope, that's the same. Okay. I still cannot forget the smell of those patties. Something is definitely not right with them. I struggle to put into words exactly what was wrong with the odor. I just know that it was not normal. We Lupin have a heightened sense of smell. This is most likely why Hayabusa himself had not noticed anything strange. Sitting here doing nothing is likely to send me mad. Komori, would you help me look for the source of the stench? Looking into the smell is fine, but take care not to anger Hayabusa any further. Do not worry, Fukudo. I promise you I will not cause any more trouble. First, I would like to visit some normal paddy fields, just to confirm that I am not imagining things. Meet me by the ones to the west. And that's the same. Alright, what's the verdict, Kurobana? As expected, the patties here only smell of, well, rice. Mystery solved. That guy smelling up his own paddy fields. It's his own fault. Which leads me to think something is not quite right with Hayabusa's field. Yeah, Hayabusa himself. Let us revisit the paddies we plucked weeds from. There's really only a few lines of Hayabusa yelling to Kurobana, but no one should be mean to a dog, especially like a dog man that can talk and reason and be nice to people. It's easy to make you hate a character if that character is mean to a dog man. It is as I thought. These fields have a markedly different scent to those we just visited. Is the water to blame? Wait, I just heard a noise from nearby. I think it came from the reservoir. Quickly, Komoi, let us check if everything is alright. I don't think this quest chain was what I thought it was. It didn't even go towards the ridge that I thought. I'll find out eventually whatever that quest chain was. What is that foul creature? I've never seen such a beast before. Komoi, please keep the village safe from harm. Which one? That one? Oh, the Ochu. Are they not native? It's a Pengu, rather. Like Pingu. Or something. Dream Within a Dream actually takes a while, so we have to dedicate more of the off GCD time to that. Can't do two of them in one. Or we can't combine that with this, it seems. At least I don't think so. I had known you were powerful, but you might be even stronger than Hakuro. You have my thanks for slaying the beast. My days, that stench is quite something. It is the same one given off by Hayabusa's paddies, only much, much more foul. It would seem that creature was indeed the source. As to how it found its way to the reservoir, one can only guess. Perhaps it lost sight of its pack and came here seeking sustenance. The proximity of Hayabusa's fields to the reservoir is most likely why his were the only ones affected. They should be fine as long as he replaces the water. Any recently harvested rice may need to be thrown away though. Perhaps I should also check the rice in the storehouse just to be safe. But first let us speak with Fukudo. He will know how best to proceed. Yeah, he found the right job. Good story design, I guess. Make things take a turn for the south before you make things turn on their head. Which one? This one. On reflection, I really should not have reacted the way I did to Kurobana's remarks. Okay. Then maybe we'll stop calling you smelly, if you're gonna apologize. My love for these paddies gets the better of me sometimes. Back so soon? I just finished explaining things to Hayabusa. There is something you both need to hear. Komoi and I have found the source of the odor that was coming from Hayabusa's paddies. It was a creature that had made the reservoir its home. A creature, you say? When Komoi slayed the beast, it released a most foul stench into the air. I really think you should replace the water in your fields. I think there had been a monster lurking nearby the whole time. Kurobana, my sincerest apologies for losing my temper with you earlier. I was foolish to ever believe for a second the gossip about you was true. Gossip? Oh right, I guess the usual stuff. You are a fine lad. I thank you for all you have done. I am just glad I was able to be of some service to Namai. Things could have been much more serious had the beast gone unnoticed any longer. That reminds me, would you mind if I smelt the rice in the storehouse? I'm worried it may have also been contaminated. By all means, I doubt my own nose would be up to the task after all. Actually, Kurobana, do you think you would be up to examining my fields on a more regular basis? If you were to learn the smells of the various diseases which affect rice, you would doubtless notice any infections earlier than any of us could. You mean to say I could continue to aid the village? I have never had anyone rely on me before. Never mind a whole village. It is somewhat daunting, but I would love to help. My apologies for eavesdropping, but... Which one? Who? Oh, the rice-carrying guy, I think. No. Who? I think this guy was from the main quest, like the guy we did the rice stuff for originally. Maybe. Would you mind having a look at my paddy fields as well? Agata, you would truly trust me? Are you certain? Why, of course. Do not worry. I will pay you for any work you do. I would gladly do it for free. I never dared dream that a day would be, or that a day when I would be of use to the village would actually come. I owe the fact that it has to you, Fukudo, and you, Komoi. Thank you so much. We made the dog's day, but why was that a feature quest? We'll find out either right now or later, if there's like another prerequisite or something. Could be that we have to like complete the main story for that feature quest to go anywhere. Yeah, it seems like that's it for now. But that'll come back as soon as we complete some main quest probably, I imagine. Or wait. Maybe it actually links up with this one into the other feature quest. It could do that. They could both be like leading into the society quest. Well, we'll start on this one. I'm pretty sure we won't finish it though. Tell me, have you met the Namazu that live in Yuzuka Manor? Not at all. We were waiting on this quest. The manor can be found to the southwest of Namai. It was originally home to a wealthy family. However, they were murdered when the Empire attacked. These days a group of Namazu live there. They visit Namai every now and then, coming to trade fish with us. They had shown an interest in some of the trees around here, so I had thought to give them a seedling in return. Although the road to the manor is long and fraught with danger. Would you mind if I asked you to deliver it in my place? If you are willing to help, please collect a seedling and a vial of wood, or a vial of wood vinegar, from in front of Fukudo's house. The wood vinegar will help them repel insects. Please deliver everything to a Namazu named Gyotai. And that's the thing. A lot of Gyo names in the Namazu naming convention. Hard to remember if I know that one or not. Which one did we encounter in the main story, like the first Namazu? Gyo something? Gyofu? Pretty sure it was a Gyo. Alright, we'll just like fill out this part of the map when we're over there, now that we are flying. Well, I guess there's actually a bit more to see, like underwater. We'll maybe like save the touring underwater for if we need to kill more time in the next episode, which is going to be part 2 of the side quests, I guess. Okay, that's that. Shall I do this as like this? It should like scale the experience, right? It's mainly like the bonus from the very last portion of the map, like when you get the achievement for filling out the entire map in an area. That gives you a chunk of experience, but I think this is also pretty sizable. That was 72,000, so... If you look at the bar, okay, it's not actually that much. I guess it adds up. Not nothing, at least. Yeah, we'll get the rest whenever we unlock the north part of the map, I suppose. So here we are. The funny Namazu house that I avoided until we were pointed in its direction. Come, come. Should you desire shelter, Yuzuka Manor is open to all. All deadly beasts I will dispatch. Would have liked to see this guy fight Xenos when he was just over here fighting us. Again, they were probably cowering inside when they saw him coming. Welcome to Yuzuka Manor. Yes, yes, Kyo-san the Namazu at your service. If there is anything you care to know, you need only ask, inquire, query. Yeah, I figured. This guy was facing the entrance like he was the who are you and what is this place NPC. Well, as I just said, I'm Kyo-san the Namazu. I welcome you and others like you to Yuzuka Manor, and act as your guide while you are here. There is always a lot to explain, especially on a person's first visit. I guess you could say, I'm the face of this place to the outside world. And of that, I am very proud, very honored, very pleased. What is this place? This place is known as Yuzuka Manor. It is the estate of the magistrate who once governed over the surrounding village. Yuzuka was the name of his line. The Yuzuka clan was unmatched in their skill with firearms. When the Guardians attacked, it was the Yuzuka who led a troop of warriors against them, armed with the firearms of their forges. They fought valiantly, yes, yes. In the end, Garlemald prevailed, and the Yuzuka clan fell under their rule. They saw many difficult days, very hard, very trying, but they never relented. In time they rose up together with their lord and fought back again. Sadly, they lost again, and this time their clan was disbanded. Now there are none left, or none of the Yuzuka left. And we Namazu keep the manor. That is how we spend our days, and that is all there is left to tell of that. Yes, yes. Well, at least they know the story of this place, and they're not just like squatting. I mean, they are squatting, but they know the story. That one's gonna be fine. Those fools are off hiding again, drowning themselves in tea. And after I've told them so many times not to. All Namazu know that stuff is for drunkards and mummers. Oh yeah, they have like this reaction to tea, I remember now. It's like a thing with all of them, their species. Yes, yes, you have business with us. Seedling, wood vinegar. Oh my, most sincere thanks to the kind people of Namai. Since we began living here, we have been feverishly reading through the manor's collection of books. No easy task it was. One of the books talked of something called Hanami. It was described as a tradition of enjoying the aesthetic beauty of flowers, yeah. Hana being flower and mi being seeing, literally flower see. Flower watching, whatever. I told the people of Namai of my fascination with the subject. To think they remembered and sent us these gifts. We shall raise this plant well, so that we too can someday enjoy Hanami, yes, yes. Great. We were just discussing what might make a good gift for the people of Namai. I believe a vase would do quite nicely, yes, yes. Interesting that the next part of this quest chain was unlocked on a different NPC than the one we turned it into. So maybe that other thing I was talking about, the other Aethercurrent quest we did over here, it could have unlocked like some other quest in a quest chain like over here or here or something. I'll look that up after this episode and I guess wrap up that quest chain in the next episode if it is indeed a quest chain. I'm pretty sure they stopped doing this at some point though, like giving out quests that aren't, or that are in the same chain in a different NPC. Because otherwise, if there wasn't a blue icon above their head, how would you know that it's part of the chain? You wouldn't. You look not as one who hails from here. May I inquire, are you a traveler, an adventurer? If so, there is a deed I would ask of you. But before we delve into details, introductions are in order. I am Gyorin I am. I live in this shack with others like myself, and I, like many, have a dream. Yes, yes. I aspire to become the greatest of merchants, to be rich, to be wealthy, beyond compare, and then to have an apron made for me, that is mine and mine alone. Oh yeah, the apron. Yes, yes, that is my dream. Their only form of clothing, well, it just kind of looked naked while wearing it, you know? Like the whole naked apron thing. If they were to take it off, they would probably look less naked. Maybe. Among the many treasures in our shack are a collection of the emakimono? Is it emakimono or emakimono? Not sure where the inflection is. Of a makimono that someone left behind. Beautiful pictures, wise words. I know this is a thing. We'll have to look at it when we actually go inside. One tells the ancient tale of a poor merchant who rose to great heights. Yes. Ever since reading that, I've dreamt of doing the same. In that fairy tale, an able adventurer much like yourself appeared. Quite clever, quite knowing. He gifted to the merchant his wisdom, his ways. And lo, here you are. It can be no mere coincidence. It is fate, destiny. You must forgive my manners, in my excitement. I neglected to ask your name, your title. Might I have it? We're Komoi Moriko, and our title is Necromancer. We worked very hard for it. Komoi Moriko, the Necromancer, is it? Then I shall call you Komoi. Yes. That will do nicely. Now where were we? Of course. I was hoping to enlist your aid in my rise through the merchant ranks. I'm afraid I'm quite forgetful these days. I am. My storehouse lies not far from here. Would you do me the honor of paying a visit? I keep all my wares there, my treasures, my trinkets. I should very much like to hear your honest appraisal. Yes. Come then, Komoi. You need only follow me. This way. And off we go. Oh, it's just right there. I'll be right back with it. You need only wait a moment. Here we are, my pride, my passion. This is a collection of everything I've come to gather, to own. It is quite remarkable, is it not? Amazing, astounding. Here we have grilled mayflies. Oh, and here's some desiccated toad. And this lovely vase here simply begs to have things placed within it, does it not? Yes, it does. Well, what do you think? Come now, be honest, be true. What do your eyes see that will fetch a fair price at market, Let's have a taste of those mayflies. Well, we don't have an option for it. Too many to count. It is truly a trove fit for a dragon. Is Komoi being sarcastic when she says this, or does she actually want to eat the mayflies? I can only imagine. You are very gracious, very kind, just as the adventurer in the Emma kimono. But your eyes betray your words. It is plain you see nothing of value here, nothing of worth. Nevertheless, a dream is a dream, and I shall not relent. No. I will find another path to greatness, another way to obtain what people desire, for I am destined to be a merchant of renown. Yes. Now bearing all that in mind, whatever shall I do? Your guess is as good as mine. We only pretended to be a merchant that one time, or maybe a few times, but never actually been a merchant. Yes, I do believe an idea has come to me. Fish. People eat fish, and so it stands to reason they must buy them, purchase them. I will take to fishing to provision my own supply, my own stocks. I will bring my catch to you, Komoi, and with your adventuring wisdom, you can tell me which fish will sell and which will not. Your kind and mine have very different tastes, different likes. Yes, we do. It will fall to you to enlighten me as to which fish agree with the palates of men. Until then, I shall await you by the water. Not sure you want to ask the adventurer that finds grilled mayflies appetizing for taste testing advice. Oh, this will not serve. It will not serve at all, no. I set out to fish, just as we had spoken about when we last met. But I'm ashamed to admit, I stepped on some wet stone and my rod, my pole, I dropped it, lost it. Yes, it is gone. Can't you swim? You're a fish. And before you ask, no, I could not retrieve it. I'm an Namazu of the city, not of the wild. To cast myself into a running river is tantamount to taking my own life. Wow. Will you help me in this, Komoi? Will you find my rod and retrieve it? Return it? It is very dear to me. Yes, yes, it is. Please, I beg this of you. I know not where else to turn. Okay, great. Yep, here we go, into the water. How very fitting. The first quest we did in this episode, we had to whack slow, then whack hard. The very last quest in this episode, we're retrieving the rod. Yeah, this is the other thing that I want to do. Get a sight of like the underwater locations that we can do in this part of the zone. Well, I guess we're doing it, one way or another. This is really all there is to see here, though. This one ship and this over here, the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft LXXII. 50, or I guess it would be 5023. 5023. But, we're not going to go all the way over there in this episode. Maybe in the next one. Strange that we're a better swimmer than this fish guy. Do all of their kind have trouble swimming? He implied like the Namazu of the city have trouble with swimming, so maybe the other Namazu don't. This quest is still going. Trying to ramp up here. My precious bull, my irreplaceable rod. I am but half a man without it. My rod, you found it, yeah. It was pretty hard with how small it was. As I knew that you would. I owe you a debt of gratitude, of thanks. Yes, yes, I do. Yet, I confess, I admit, I've been thinking on things since I lost it. Yes, yes, much thinking. It occurred to me, all the Namazu I know are fishmongers. They are, each and every one. That fact led me to recall another passage I had read, or I read among my Emma kimono. It said for one to make their mercantile mark. No, wait. It said that, for one to make their mercantile mark, one must offer something no other merchant does. A new product, a new service. And so I have made up my mind. I have. I will look for another way to make my fortune. I have given it much thought. But there is much more to give. I will return to my shack and dwell on this some more. Great. Would have been nice if we did this in the same episode, like, did the entire questline here in the same episode we did it for Kurobana, because then we could have had, like, the job search episode or whatever. But instead it's going to be split between 2 episodes, I guess. That's fine. Go Moi, you may be happy to hear, joyous to hear. I have put faith in my Emma kimono, their wisdom, their insight. They have led me to a new calling, yes. I have learned there is a pretty price to be paid for certain ores, certain minerals, and so I shall become a miner, a prospector. I fear I may inconvenience you again with this endeavor, as I did in the previous. I only hope you are willing to lend your wisdom again, yes. Okay. Well, we do have some mining experience, but we'll do that in the next episode. We'll just end out over here, looking at this stuff. Was there like an Emma kimono in this room? I'm pretty sure what he's talking about, the Emma kimono, is sort of like a painting that's done on a kimono. That's like a special form of kimono. And I believe, I might be wrong about this, I believe it's like the kimono that you hang up in a room and don't usually wear, but you just have the kimono as an art piece, usually. It's something like that. Well, I don't see one here. Although those paintings in the background are pretty nice. Let's stand here and admire them as we close out the episode. Now would be a good time to take a break.